Stitching at the Cabin. Still no Alyssa. I know y'all want an update. I will update you. The dog is burrowing. I discovered last time that things aren't as close as they appear to me. Once I went to edit, I was way far back again and you still couldn't see stuff. So I will try again. We'll see. Also, my husband didn't plug in the iPad. Not his fault, but he was using it yesterday, didn't realize I was going to use it today, didn't plug it in. So you're in kind of a weird angle because you're plugged in right now. So this should be quick though. This should be quick. All right. We are going to break tradition. You are going to see Keto, but you are not going to see the Chatelaine. I know. I know. Work has been busy. There was no possible way for me to work on it. It was gone. A good 8 out of 14 days I was gone. I am back. I am getting caught up. I think I can work on a Chatelaine next week. Maybe. No promises, but I think. But I still have Keto. I still have other stuff. Not my biggest stitching amount ever, but stick around. It's still worth watching. WIP SHARE. I am looking because I put my notes down here so you wouldn't see them, but you know, I have to see them. It is Therese. I'm not going to say the last name, and I'm going to struggle with the name. It's a Heaven and Earth design. It is Angel, Jehoel, and that second E has those little dot. What do they call those? It starts with a U, doesn't it? I can't think of the word. I'm sure somebody knows. Someone will tell me. And it's by Babette berg. I don't know if I can read my own writing. Therese is 50% done, and it is her first HAED. And I gotta tell you, it is beautiful, and I cannot wait for you to do more. And you had better update me, because that whole tree thing she's holding, I want to see what that looks like. I was impressed that you could see the ear wing, the head wing, separate from the hair, because it just seems to me that would get lost. But no, it's there. It's beautiful. I love it. Please, update me later. I'd like to see the tree. I don't know when you sent that. I just searched for it in my email and I didn't bother to look at the date. If it's important, I'll stick it down below or on the screen someplace. If it's somewhat recent, I won't. But still update me. If any of you want to send your whips or finishes, it is StitchingAtTheCabin@gmail.com down below. Send it and I would be happy to show it. Well, I'll put it on the wheel, and it's up to the wheel when you actually get to see it. That's not me. I don't make decisions if I can avoid it. So that is WIP SHARE. So we have whips, haul, spin, a couple of splotches actually, and a tiny bit of other. This really should be quick. You already know, you can see the time, but it should be quick. There's not a whole lot to show. So, Keto. There is Keto. For like 3 weeks, you'd think I'd have more done, but again, I wasn't here a whole lot of days. There were days I was not home. And this is not one I travel with. So that, look, she has a mouth. We're getting some hair in here, and then like that's obviously the bottom of the page, and then we'll go up and we'll do some nose and a little bit of eye. This page, I think it only comes to maybe here. It's not very far out, so I meant to not talk behind that. I'm already quiet enough as it is. I'm gonna try to bump the sound up more this time. I didn't, with this Alyssa, it's like 30 to 40%. When it's me, it's over 100%. I am just not loud, but I will try to make it better. But anyway, is she not beautiful? Keto by Annie Stagg, Heaven and Earth Designs, 25 count, 2/1. Yes, I am crazy. Easy, good, easy count. Easy, it's easy. Fabric's easy. I am 30 or 31%, so still a long way to go. Long way to go. Put that back and not break things, and hopefully my snag nabbit's still attached. We don't want to walk on that. What is next? So normally this is where you'd see my Chatelaine. Pretend you're looking at a Chatelaine. It's hilarious. It's pretty. It's close to being done. I can only work on it at my desk because of the pattern and the mirroring and all that. It's on my computer, and it's the only place I can work on it. And work has been insane because Alyssa thought it would be fun to go on maternity leave. right in the middle of me having to do a lot of extra stuff. So hopefully next video, you'll see the Chatelaine. But maybe this will make up for it, assuming I can find it. Where did you go? Here you are. This is ABC Animal. This is the little sampler thing for baby Splotch. And it is done. It is finished. I put the dots in the animal eyes that I said I needed to. The French knots, the little white dots. It's done. It's done. Well, I mean, it's kind of done. Here, can you see that? Wee. It's kind of done. It's done as far as the child is concerned, as far as the kit is concerned, but if you do this one, you need more black floss than what they give you. 310, not a big deal because everybody has 310. Everything else I had plenty of. I need to put her name in this. And yes, I do know the name. She broke down and told us at the baby shower. I'm not allowed to tell, but I do know what it is. I need to fit it down here, I think, but I need to figure out how best to get it in. Like, I want to use one of the big letters. Like, her name does not start with U. I'm just going to use that because it's right here. I want to put one of the big letters down and then use the little letters for the name. But then what do I do about the date? Do I do like a big S? Because it's most likely going to be September. She hasn't had the baby. I'll explain. S and then spell out September and put a date? Or should I just do numbers? And should I do big numbers, little numbers? What do y'all think I should do? Now, I have to do this probably before you can tell me, but try to tell me anyway, because at this rate, the rate I'm going, it's not going to be done by the time you see this. So please give me ideas. How would you do it? I tried to talk Alyssa into not doing it all, just leaving it this way, but she said that was the reason she told me the name, was so I could put it on here. So yeah, it's done though, other than that. So yeah, y'all could give me some ideas. I would appreciate that. I don't know what the fabric is. It's sugar maple, so you can't get it. Some shadowy place, maybe? No. Violets in, no, I think it is some shadowy place, because I think Violets in the Shade is the one Celtic. Summer? Spring, summer, that's summer. Wow, I am a mess today. I'm a mess every day. Okay, what is next? Temperature butterflies. I will insert a picture. I did take this off of the Q-snap. I'm holding it over here like you can't see it, but I discovered the camera angle is way wide, so you can probably see it. But I discovered that, no, I didn't discover it. I took off the Q-snap when I had to move back over here, and so I took a picture of it all undone, and I will try to remember to insert that so that you can see it. But, you know, it was hot, and then it was hot over here because it was 4 butterflies, and now we're over here, and it's hot. We're having this heat wave, and it's horrific. It was 109 yesterday, and the day before, and I think the day before that. And if you don't believe me, I have pictures from the truck where I took a picture, well, and the Cadillac in the screen where it showed what it was. Multiple days, it was 109. Yesterday, when we got in the truck, it was 136. I know that's not true. It was not 136 outside, but I do think it was 111 because it went down to 109 and then it went back up to 111, which I thought was kind of suspicious, and then it went to 110. So I don't know, and that was after quite a bit of driving, so it may have been hotter. But for those of you using the metric system, Celsius, it is. It's a lot of Celsius. Hey Siri, what is the conversion for 109 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius?
109 degrees Fahrenheit is 42.8 degrees Celsius.
42.8 degrees Celsius, in case you could not hear that. Thank you. 42.8. That's hot. Hot. So the bulk of this butterfly so far is going to be yellow. I think every day except for one was the hottest day. I mean, this is the cabin and not here, so it's not 109 on here. It's, I think my highest is 80 or 85 Fahrenheit. And so every day except for the one that I'm missing over here is going to be yellow. And that other day is going to be orange because it was like 1 degree outside of the hottest. So this heat wave is supposed to last a few more days, and then we will cool off to like 90s and then upper 80s, which I can't wait for. And I gotta tell you, we went to Texas and the humidity is a whole different animal there. Oh, this is Pictures Plus 12. It is probably 28 count, could be 32. It is Stitchin' Mommy's pattern. You can get that on Etsy. Stitchin' Mommy Etsy. I think this is what I spun. Oh, I'm gonna kill the dog accidentally. I think this is what I spun the last time we spun together. I'm trying to keep my head down so you don't get that blue light. Ooh. I'm trying not to do that to you. These little twistable things do work well. Appalachian Stitcher was onto something when she suggested that. There is, woohoo, I have the fan on. There is the Victory Collection Who Ate My Ice Cream. I do believe I met my WIPCO goal, which was to finish one side. And this was several weeks ago, so I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure that was my WIPCO goal, and I did it. I did it. Let's see. Forgive all the strings hanging around. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. I think you can see that. Isn't it cute? All the back stitching and everything. And then I started on this one. I think my WIPCO goal was just to finish this side, and I did. I'm pretty sure. I think so. But we're getting new birdie. Super cute. Super cute. I just love the colors. It's so colorful. I know it's not the kind of stuff most of you stitch, and most people are like, that's too cutesy. What's wrong with you? There's a lot wrong with me, but I like it. And I'd be boring if I wasn't crazy a little bit. So, you get crazy. Whee! Crazy. You get crazy. Okay. What's next? House. Okay, this is a new start that you guys haven't seen yet. And I don't remember why. I think I just felt like it. We're gonna go with that. Before I show it to you, let me grab the pictures, what it's supposed to look like. I bought this not that long ago, so you would have seen it somewhat recently if you've been around for a little bit. Little Brick House La-Di-Da. And it uses the Gentle Earth threads, but it's the wool ones, which I've only used in the Chatelaine before. So it's kind of neat. The colors in this don't look like in real life, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna really like this, because the colors, I just loved it. But once I got some more colors in this weekend, I was like, oh, I do like that. This pinky color is actually old red paint, which on the skein kind of looks red, but it's not. It's pinky. And this is gray, but it kind of turns blue. I don't know. I kind of like it. Everything's the called for. I didn't change anything. So I did this on the plain. Some of this. This is super easy because it's 11 stitches every direction. If you count the stitch like here and go to there, it's 11. But then count that one again and go to there, it's 11. Same all the way around. Does that make sense? That's how my brain works. It's not real math. It's fuzzy math, but it's my math. So my mathulation is that. But you don't have to like do anything when you're on. Well, I wasn't on the plane. I was in the airport waiting for the plane, and I could just stitch along and not even have to look at the pattern, which is super scary, but it looks like it's worked. So this is fun. I like it. All that just to say I like it. I like it. Ooh, I like it. Okay. This is what got spun for this weekend. Now I asked you guys how to pronounce this, and you told me. And now I don't think I remember. So I'm going to butcher this. Feel free to correct me and tell me the proper way. Just be nice about it. It is Teresa Wensler's Lady of Shalott. Shalott. I'm going to go with Shalott, but I don't know. I don't know. This is that one that I think is fake, but it's too late. I already bought it. So I'm gonna do it. I did make some progress on the curtains. This is not on my WIP Go board. I did not have this when I set up my WIP Go board, but look, the curtains are kind of done over there. They have been backstitched a little bit, like right in here, but I still need to backstitch that way, and they continue on down. And then that was already done, and then I started working on this, and just a tiny bit up there. So, pretty. It is pretty. I like it. It's not what I would call like a nice, fun, relaxing stitch. This is more of, I like to see the progress and how it comes out, but with all those blends and fractionals, it's not like mindless. This is relaxing. Don't let me scare any of you from doing Therese Monster projects. Just don't do them on Ada. And I see now that these, at least newer ones, tell you not to do it on Ada. I'm not sure that when I bought the castle way back in 1872 that it said don't use Ada, because I did use Ada, and I don't recall that there was any fabric other than Ada back then. But probably the newer ones don't say that. And all of her dragons are decommissioned, so you can't get those. Okay. I have a finish. Because I'm crazy. I actually worked on this when we were in Texas the bulk of the time. Which I know, it's tiny. You're like, what do you mean the bulk of the time? I didn't get a lot of stitching time. We had classes, non-stop classes. And when we weren't in classes, a couple of days before the classes, we were doing touristy things, and I couldn't do that. But okay, so here was the one I showed you before that I finished, and then that one. It's my dragonfly. This was also you had to think about, because it's a bunch of, I think they're called satin stitches, and you can't just poke those in any old place. You got to think about it a little bit. So super pretty though, right? Don't judge. It's pretty. Just admit it's pretty. And that was from Stitch and Stuff. Kim and Sarah gave that to me. So yeah. Oh, and I can attest to the fact that TSA does not care if you take these on the plane. Boop. Although you might kill someone by accident. I did take these. They had no issues. They never once checked. I do have TSA pre-check, so they're less in my face. Like I don't have to take my shoes off and stuff. But I don't think that was what made the difference. I just don't think they care because they're short, and they don't realize that you could really kill someone with those versus like these are the ones I usually use. This well, I have Dovo, several Dovo now that I love, but other than that, these, and I mean, it's not gonna kill anyone. Like, I mean, I suppose if you're strong enough, you could, but I'm not advocating that you like murder people with scissors. Just saying, I think you can take those on a plane. Those came from Amazon. Another Appalachian Stitcher enabling. Okay, I don't have a lot of haul. I don't. Alyssa should be proud of me. I don't. Ah, I just dropped that. And you can probably see all of it, so it takes all the fun out of it. Oh well. This is 32 count. It says Murano Lugana Stormy Skies. I think these are Garibaldi. I think I got them from Garibaldi. What is going on with my watch? Oh, it's an extreme heat thing. Conserve energy now to protect public health and safety. Ah, power eruptions may occur unless you take action. Ah, yeah, it's hot. And they want us to switch to electric vehicles. But we don't have enough electricity when it's hot, so they need to figure that one out before they make that happen. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying think about how we're going to do that first. California's hot. Okay. Stormy Skies. Yeah, this came from Garibaldi's on Etsy. So I assume it's theirs. It's pretty though. Pretty gray. Pretty. And then this is a Brittany Lugana 28 count Fat 8th Lilac. I just like trying new fabrics. It's pretty. Oh, so pretty. So I'm looking forward to trying those on something. Then we took Alyssa to an antique store. I got to push her around in a wheelchair. It's kind of fun. Just because walking is hard when you're, 12 months pregnant. But at the antique store that I found this, it was just a couple dollars. It probably has a sticker on it. So, oh, $2.95. It was $2.95. And I really like Donna coolers. So I was like, okay, for $2.95, I'll do it. There's one thing in here that I really liked enough that like I was like, I would almost stitch that. So that, I think it's that one. Now, the actual pattern for this is not in there. It's just a lot of pieces. You'd have to piece it together to make that. But whatever. That's kind of pretty too. Whee. Okay. And then I think Color Being Crafty, this is the last one. Sorry, my thing's telling me it wants to update tonight. Color Being Crafty, I think this is the last Karen canvas that I bought pattern. I think this is the last one. It's Debbie's Designs. It's Royal Golden. I cannot say that. But look how pretty. Look how pretty. Now I gotta tell you, I was looking at the instructions, and I believe it's this area in here. You actually have to put like a counting pin in the middle, and then you're wrapping around the thing, and it's something like 72 times or something. I don't know. It was something. It was, you're not gonna be able to stitch this whole thing from this. So that thing in the black in the middle is a counting pin, and then like that's 84 down there. So, oh, is that 85 up there? No, it's 80. You gotta remember everything's backwards. Oh, 88. We got an 88 over here. So yeah. But I like the way it's bound with the whole little like spirally boundedness that I have now messed up. Woo. Oh yeah, it has a like a pull-out thing where it shows you like where to put each thing, like how the whole thing lays out. And then there's a whole lot of stuff that you need to buy. All that stuff you have to buy. And 1, 2, 3 Stitch only has a little bit of it. I looked. I didn't buy anything. Just I looked. Okay, I think that's it for the haul. The only other haul I have my husband's bringing home today. Just some floss. It ended up shipping where he is instead of to me. So we could spin. Do you want to spin? Let's spin. Let us spinny the wheel. Let us find our whips. I think everything is on this. Yep, the house is. So I think everything is on this. So let me record it so that you can see. Boop. Okay. Boop. Pa. What are we going to get for this weekend? Oh, European Town. That's that village thing. That's the thing with Stitch and Mommy. I can probably put up a picture. Maybe. I should be able to. But when Stitch and Mommy came to the cabin and we started that together, that's what that is. She found the original. It's like Fairy Tale Town. Or, I don't know. She told me what the name was, the actual name, but I didn't know. And I think I told you before, that whole thing on the side doesn't even show up on my pattern, but it's actually there. It's on the pattern, but not in the picture. So there's a whole nother like house on the side. Really odd. Okay. Splotches. I have 2.5 splotches. So Mrs. Stitches, she's on FlossTube. You should definitely watch her. Mrs. Stitches. We're doing the Poltergeist Pirate sound together. Let me flip that over in case you can see it so you don't see weird things popping up and get distracted. She sent a splotch and she told me what she saw. And I'll let you look at it for a little bit and then I will tell you what I see. I hope this is gonna work. Editing is difficult with these splotches. So I saw something different than what she saw. She said what she saw, but I didn't really look. I try, when you guys send me a splotch, I try to just look at the splotch and then go back up and read what you said. That way I'm not like contaminated, extra contaminated. So she said what she saw and I was like, that is definitely not what I see. And then she had highlighted it, so I scrolled down and looked at that. I wasn't even looking in the same spot. I was a mile away from what she was actually looking at. Okay, after a huge amount of struggle, I have the splotch. Now, I see, let's see if I can zoom in over here. I see, and this was a lot easier on my computer. I see an eyeball and an eyeball and an ear, and an ear, and a little nose, and a little snout, and then like the rest of the head. So I see like a cute little dog. What do you see? And I can tell you, she sees someone sitting at a campfire on a log, and I will insert what she showed. Okay. Done. Now we're gonna pause again so I can show you other splotches that I also did not load. So I'm gonna cut this here. Okay, I'm back. Now this was Dawn's. This was that same waiting room that she sent the one from before. She found another one. She and I see something very, very similar. So you tell me what you see. She sees, well, I'll show you what she sees after. I see a cat. I see an eye and an eye. Oh, okay, eyes like there. And then the ears are here. And there's like the mouth there. Well, I went out of the lines a little bit. This is a leg all stretched out. This is the back of the cat, the tail of the cat, then the rest of the kitty's stomach. So the cat is like, that's what I see. She sees an elephant that is too hot to get up, and it's just collapsed on the ground. With that, what I see is the leg of the cat. She sees is the trunk. Totally can see that too. Totally. And then finally, Carrie, I love when Carrie sends me hers. She looked up the one from the last video that I decided was like a wombat-y thing. And she says it's like, I wrote it down. A scary tick or some sort of bug like that. With it's like blah, 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 blah. I see that. I get it. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So if you have splotches that you see, send them to me. Now we were in a cave and I could have picked out 500 splotches, but I didn't have my phone. So when we're in Texas, you don't get cave splotches, but they would have been perfect. It doesn't have to be, granite. As you can see, Mrs. Stitches, hers, when you back out, it was like ocean, sea, river, lake, she probably says. It could be anything. We've had the tree stumps. Like, I like your splotches more than mine. So please, send splotches. I hear movement, the door might open. Okay. Other. I don't have a lot of other. When I left you last, we were going to be taking Not Momo back to his house, which we did. We did not know that they were doing a bicycling event, and so everything was blocked off, and it took extra long to get there, but we had Not Momo's owner come to the house to get him first because we knew we couldn't get him in a cage. But so by the time we got there with the cage, Not Momo had been installed in his outside cage, and he was enjoying being home in the sunshine and all that. And man, does he love his human, because when his human showed up, it was the happiest I've seen a bird. Like, he was thrilled. So I hope that things work out. I know he had another person he was talking to about maybe taking him, and it sounded like it was just maybe a single man kind of thing, and not a family. And the man does have other birds that Not Momo could hang out with. So it sounds like an ideal solution, and I hope it works out, and I hope that they update us. I asked him to, but that doesn't mean he will. But if I find out anything about Not Momo, I will let you know. Okay, we went to Texas. It's hot in Texas. It was humid in Texas. I probably have pictures on my phone from the hotness of Texas, the weather. It was like, one day it was like, honestly, it was like 90-something% humidity. But like the first day we got there, it was 97 degrees out and like a lot of humidity. I don't know how you Texas people or southern people that live in these humid climates, I don't know how you do it. It is a whole different level of heat. When we got back, we left Texas, I think it was in the 80s, but really humid. When we got back to California, it was like 106. And it was like, we stepped off the plane and it was like, oh, this is so much better. You could breathe. It wasn't this weight. I mean, we went through so many outfits in a day and took a ton of showers because you just constantly feel wet and it's hot. I don't know how you do it. There has to be a secret. Maybe you just don't go outside. I don't know. We stayed on the river walk the first couple of nights because we couldn't get into the hotel where the classes were happening right away. River walk is a beautiful, beautiful place. If you've not been, you should go, but maybe when it's not so hot and humid, it's like in the middle of San Antonio, where the Alamo is. So just not that far from the Alamo, and it's water. It's a river that goes through this area, and you could take boats on it, and there's all these restaurants and stores and things. It's just incredibly hot. But we did stay at a hotel, so we looked down and we could see Riverwalk. Also, the chapel, the church. Oh, I hear voices. What was I saying? Riverwalk, hot, pretty. Oh, the churchy chapel thing. A cathedral? I can't think of what they call it. It's dog's awake. It was right outside of our room. We could look down and see it. And at night they put they projected like a little movie thing on it. Not a movie, but like a music picture, like about the history. I have a picture. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but that was kind of neat. They did that every night. It was like, I don't know, like 9 to 11. I'm surprised it was so late, but whatever. It's pretty. We had dinner one night at a restaurant on Riverwalk, and I have to say, it was the bomb diggity. Boudreaux's, there's probably more words, but Boudreaux's is the main thing. They have this guacamole they do tableside that is like nothing I have ever had. It is amazing, and my husband has made it since. A little too much lime when he made it, so he's gonna make it again tonight with less lime, and I cannot wait. As soon as I'm done here, I'm hoping that he'll be making guacamole. It is so good. They also had a drink that I had never had before, and those of you who don't like to drink a lot, like I don't drink much, I'm not much of an alcoholic. I've tried to be, but I'm just not good at being an alcoholic. If you want to drink something sweet, but like tastes really good, a Mexican grasshopper. I got it off the dessert drink menu. I'm not a normal person that orders like wine or beer or whatever. It's okay, dessert menu. Why not? It is, I'm gonna guess here because I kind of don't remember. It is Kahlua, cream de mint, and actually ice cream, vanilla ice cream. That might be it. It tastes like slightly melted mint chocolate chip ice cream. It is so good, and there's a graham cracker sprinkling on the top. You know how if you have like a margarita, there's sugar, no, salt. This is why I don't drink. There's salt on the rim. This is graham cracker on the rim. It's so good. It is so good, so good. So my husband has also figured out how to make that. I've had that twice in the last week, and then I'm like, why am I gaining weight? Guacamole, ice cream drinks. Why? I don't know, but go to Boudreaux's. So good. We knew we had a reservation for outside, and then we moved it to inside because it is hot on Riverwalk, and it was so hot I thought I'm gonna jump in. I'm just gonna jump in and swim, but the water is nasty. You wouldn't want to do that, but it was so hot I thought I would rather swim in icky than die on land from heat exhaustion. It was insane. We had to slip into like everything on the sides is all air conditioned, so we slipped into like some little mall thing because it was so hot. We did that a couple of times just to cool off. It is so hot, so hot. Is there anything else from Texas that I was going to tell you? I'll have to look at my pictures in a minute. But the reason you're all here is Baby Splotch. Baby Splotch was due August 31st, and Alyssa has apparently decided that because it's a heat wave, she doesn't want to be laboring in the heat because she's still pregnant. She has not had the baby. And when she went to the doctor last week, I think it was last week, pretty sure it was last week, she was still like maybe a centimeter dilated. They said you could get like a fingernail in. They did not suit the membranes when they wanted to because that appointment ended up getting canceled. She has an appointment tomorrow, but it's not with the doctor. They're going to do another stress test. So she'll just be hooked up to monitors for an hour. So she did a couple of weeks ago and everything was fine. So I think they're just making sure. And then they're going to give her, I think, till the end of the week. And if she hasn't popped by Friday, they want to induce her. So next update, there should be a baby. In fact, I will try to do just a baby video, but do not hold me to that because depending on what's going on, that may not happen, but we'll see. We'll see. And I'll see if I can get pictures of anything exciting that she has going on. I do not know of anything. I have not talked to her very much. She's busy because her husband's home too. He's getting all her attention instead of me. That's okay. When I do talk to her, though, it's really nice. I have enjoyed the conversations. I just have not had that many of them. Okay, let me check my phone and make sure there's nothing else in the pictures section that I needed to show you or talk about. That was class. That was not fun. Oh, I missed a whole thing. Yes, I must tell you about this. Okay. That was the hotel, river walk, cathedral thingy. Okay. Texas has cave, right? But next to the cave, that same turnoff, cave, not cave. Not cave is a safari park. Like, you can drive through and the animals walk up to your cart. Like, there used to be Lion Country Safari in Orange County in California. Not a thing. Hasn't been a thing for decades. I went when I was in elementary school because it was still there, and it was not there by the time I was out of elementary school, I think. You just drive in and you can buy food and you can throw food at the animals and they come up to you. I know the zebras are supposed to be mean, but they were too busy being hot and standing in the bush wagging their tails angrily, so they didn't bite us. Excuse me, they ask you not to pet the animals and not to feed them, but to drop, the food. That was fun. I enjoyed that. But you know what the best part was? In your ticket, it also includes a place where you can walk around and look at animals like in cages. They have a bird experience that you can pay extra for. I think they call it budgie something. So it's like little parakeets and cockatiels, and then there's a couple of other, there's some little fuzzy chickens, and then Rosella, something like that. Anyway, you pay $3. You get to go in. They give you a tongue depressor, and it has like a seed and something sticky, so the seed sticks to it. And I'm telling you, the second you walk in, these birds fly onto you. They fly, and they land on you, and they eat the seed, and then they're done with you and they walk away. Except I had one that was standing on my foot, and my husband had some that were attracted to him and just stood on him. It was amazing. It was the highlight of the whole trip. You have to do that. It's worth the $3. Now, they don't love you so much when you don't have food, but just shuffle your feet, do like the stingray walk so you don't step on them, but they're absolutely adorable. And there was a cockatiel that was sleeping that was so cute. I took a picture of him. There was one cockatiel that was missing a whole lot of feathers, and he was really interested in my husband. Then my husband went to find him after him and couldn't find him because there's a lot of birds in there. There was also a monkey family, little baby monkeys, super cute. I think I took a picture. They were all kind of rolling around on the ground and playing with each other. There was an alligator, a crocodile, but we didn't go close to that. So there's some lemurs, but they were by the crocodile thingy, so I didn't really see them. I don't know. The scariest thing though is the ostrich. Those ostriches are huge and terrifying, and it was like the Not Momo experience all over again. We're driving up to where it is, and they've got those like cattle guard things. So we knew it couldn't come out, but we were trying to go in, and it's coming down the road at us, and I kept telling my husband, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. He's like, it'll be fine, but like, you're going 5 miles an hour the whole time, but even he slowed down, and we get like to where we're gonna go, boom, 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 and it didn't stop. It was like playing chicken with us. It was not intimidated at all. Finally moved off to the side, and I rolled up my window, and the power window, so my husband rolled it back down. I'm like, no, and he's like looking at me. It was scary. I thought he was gonna eat me. He did not. I threw some food out, but he didn't want the food. He was scary. Yeah, that's a big bird. We saw emus later, and they're way smaller. Emus don't seem as scary to me, although I've seen those TikTok videos where that one's trying to kill that woman. Spooky. It was a lot of fun. Do that. But don't be stingy with your food. Feed a lot of animals in the beginning, because those are the animals that really like the food. Once you get further in, they don't like the food as much, and you'll end up with a ton of food that you're going to be pawning off to people just coming in. Not that I would know. Was there anything else? Let's see. I got so excited about that, I kind of forgot. There's a giraffe with a tongue. Looked like a snake, but the rhinos were big. All the birdies. Good. So that's it. Short, sweet. Please come back. I will announce the birth date once she's had a baby. In the meantime, if you can just tell me how to put her name and date on the bottom, I would appreciate that. Send your splotches, send your WIPs, stitchingatthecabin@gmail.com.